The Oasis shopping center was raised in 1989 in the heart of Broadbeach, Gold Coast. By emphasizing a middle to high-end appeal through boutique fashion retailers, a dedicated medical precinct, as well as a culturally diverse cuisine selection, the mall seeks to reflect the delightful beachside surroundings. Making my way to the center every Thursday morning often involved a quick detour to the beach promenade. Observing the morning waves washing in gave me a sense of serenity before commencing the workday. The vibrant social scene of populous cafes and parks also brightened the atmosphere, easing a smile onto my face if I ever felt tired or stressed. I am extremely lucky to have had Peter Downey, the marketing manager at the Oasis, as my supervisor during this internship placement. Throughout the course of trimester 3, she's been an exceptional teacher and mentor when it comes to tasks in the marketing side of business, but also in terms of developing workplace relevant skills and knowledge, such as office politics, communicating with clients, and understanding corporate culture. Apart from PETA, I was also fortunate enough to work alongside the other office members, including the center manager, operations manager, and head of security, all of which were remarkably inclusive and encouraging, contributing to an elevated, positive experience of the placement's social aspects. Although ultimately it was PETA who assumed the role of leadership, bringing me to significant business endeavors as her apprentice and secretary, and authorizing me as a representative of the center management elsewhere. In the position as a marketing intern, providing assistance and perspectives on various marketing activities have been my primary duties. The placement entailed a wide range of activities such as engaging with business partners, center retailers, individual customers, events and promotions, both inside and outside the center, as well as online. Throughout the internship, I've spent roughly equal amounts of time in the office as I have on the floor, which makes for a highly versatile job description. My task involvement has seen a progressive development in responsibility and autonomy, from observing to participating through to completing small-scale projects independently. Such assignments include communicating with commercial clients, pitching promotions to retailers, responding to customer inquiries, performing analytical and presentational work, in addition to managing the company website. As a member of the center management, I upheld the duty to act and communicate in alignment with a corporate framework, while still offering the asset of individuality without diverging from the set standards. Particularly in the field of presentational work is where I've paid considerable efforts. These tasks were often based on textual or verbal briefs from my supervisor regarding marketing concepts, newsletters, events, or PR reviews that I was then expected to configure and design into a more visual and presentable format, such as a PowerPoint slide or a graphical representation in Word. The recipients were partnering organizations, upper management, center retailers, or the public as a whole, requiring a professional approach in both composition and written tone. In addition to such informational content, I was also assigned to present a request for additional funds from corporate, displaying various marketing ventures with details, figures, and timelines. This request was ultimately successful, providing the Oasis with an advantageous position in the course of event planning and strategizing. Another significant aspect of the placement was my involvement, or presence rather, at numerous meetings with the center management, business partners, and key persons regarding our marketing endeavors. Naturally, I had less to offer in this area, but they have been essential to me in increasing my limited understanding of how business works socially. I have experienced the typical in-office board meetings, where the flow of communication is quite rigid, as well as the more informal cafe meetings, often in fewer numbers of participants, and more focused on developing lasting relationships between each other. Through these meetings, I have received valuable advice that I will take with me in my career. During a corporate meeting regarding center marketing investment, the manager of the Oasis parent company, Abacus Property Group, even gave me the opportunity to pitch an idea to attract the younger population of interstate visitors. The interaction taught me a great deal about being aware of power distance, but also to respect all meeting attendees. At the same time, that it is paramount to meet prepared. However, being able to think on the spot can be just as beneficial when under pressure, and in many cases it is better to give it a go than to make an excuse. What initially captured my interest in the application process was the Oasis' somewhat luxurious approach to market positioning, a practice which demands careful strategies and attention to detail. In such a climate, there is a vast array of learning, which led me to apply for this particular placement, besides the multifaceted nature of a shopping center. I had little knowledge of the shopping center prior to this internship, But as I researched the available options, I became increasingly convinced that the Oasis would be a great fit for me to gain practical experience in the diverse realm of business and marketing. And upon the finishing weeks of working here as an intern, I can happily say that this has been the case. Comparative to the first days in the office, I have significantly boosted my confidence in taking on comprehensive projects, seeing it as more of a chance to learn than a challenge to achieve results. As I grew more comfortable in my position, I started to apply my own style to the work I did, namely on the presentational side. I did so while consulting with my supervisor to ensure the product retained a professional standard. This allowed me to improve my technical and illustrative skills without sacrificing personal expression. My social and communicative abilities have also become stronger through being exposed to different settings where my job has either revolved around conveying a message, promoting an idea, organizing an event, or merely acting as a secretary. I've thereby experienced an advancement in social adaptability, essentially making me more prepared to assume a contextually appropriate role. By learning when to listen, when to interact, and how to respond, my interpersonal skills have also increased notably, not just through my own actions, but in observing how seasoned industry professionals interact in the workplace. I've been able to draw lessons from many aspects of the placement, especially our most recent function, where we celebrated the owner of a new pop-up store with several renowned names in the Gold Coast business scene. In the grand scheme of things, marketing itself is the act of trying to solve a problem. However, on a personal level, I encountered multiple situations where my problem-solving skills was put to the test. Earlier, I mentioned that I got asked to come up with a plan to draw the younger population to the center. There was already an idea on the table to hire a DJ for the launch event of the Seltzer Fizz. So I started building on this. My idea was to accompany the drink with trendy, or so-called Instagram-friendly snack food with a visual emphasis. Examples of this are small acai bowls, poke bowls, or granola fruit cups. Today's youth and information stream has never been more connected to social media, so I proposed to set up a brand logo geographical filter on Snapchat and Instagram, so when people would share a video snippet capturing vibrant food, the popular drink, with cool music in the background, essentially a very nice atmosphere, whilst displaying the brand of the Oasis as a filter, it could potentially attract a large crowd of interstate visitors looking for a fun time. Before commencing this internship, my professional identity was mostly defined through activities at university, in addition to previous non-business related employments. Receiving positive feedback from big names in the industry after a pop-up function, as well as striking successful in the request for marketing funds, are the two accomplishments that have given me new and strengthened confidence in my job methods and workplace attitude. The marketing internship has given me a refurbished and improved set of skills, boosted my self-efficacy upon receiving tasks, reduced my sense of imposter syndrome, and provided me with motivation to pursue a career in the field of marketing. I have sincerely enjoyed the opportunity to work as a marketing intern at the Oasis. It has been a highly interesting and educational affair where I've gotten to explore the multiple aspects of a daily life as a marketing employee. The placement has given me hands-on experience in working independently, as well as together with my supervisor, Peter Downey. Tasks were carried out through trial, consultation, and regular feedback, directing my efforts effectively towards company standards. On an overall basis, I have received almost nothing but positive and encouraging feedback from colleagues and clients. I was even invited to a tour of a business partner's workplace, which indicates that my work has been viewed as satisfactory from external sources as well. Such a chance to connect with and learn from people in the industry is a huge opportunity and benefit that I have been fortunate enough to garner from this internship placement. From early on, Peter made it clear that there was no marketing employment available for me at the Oasis, regardless of my performance. However, the valuable practice that I have had as a marketing intern makes me confident that I am able to take on a similar role at a different organization. The diverse set of knowledge and experience that I have attained through technical and presentational work, social and organizational involvement, and both from B2B and public interactions, is something that will serve me greatly on my journey towards further employment and career development. I am immensely grateful for the opportunity extended to me by Griffith University and the Oasis Shopping Center, and I will do my best to utilize what I have learned about myself and the world of business throughout these fantastic 4 months.